My name is Manny Cuevas. Being a designer, I followed my father's footsteps and jumped into the career of designing apparel and dressing many celebrities from all over the world. In 2012, my family had decided that we were gonna do a yard sale in the neighborhood. We went through almost through half of the day, and my children started coming around and saying, "Daddy, are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, everything is fine." I didn't quite understand what was really, I guess, going on with my body. Finally, my spouse says to me, she says, "I think you should maybe go inside and just maybe rest a little bit." I went inside, and the minute the nice cold air from inside the house hit me, it seemed like everything else hit me. It was a big surprise, things started to change pretty rapidly. I went through the whole rest of the afternoon inside the house. The pain started coming on. I went through the whole evening without closing a lid, and the spouse woke up and said, "You're not good. I'm taking you to the hospital." And I said, "Okay, you're right." All of it was a big surprise, a big surprise. I spent several days in the hospital. I believe it was on my 12th day. The talk started. The talks, the explanation of what the next procedure would be was quick. Never did I ever think that I would be here in my life now with the colostomy bag myself. Well, nevertheless, it's what happened. It was a dark place at first. It took me quite a bit of time to really shake off the stigma of waking up with this big change in my life. Being in the fashion industry and headlining fashion shows just several years prior and traveling the world, I felt like I had gone from hero to the zero, which was really devastating to me. Eventually, I ended up getting into new physicians' hands at Vanderbilt. My experience changed dramatically.
Hey, Dr. Geiger, how are you doing today?
The experience that I had there was just so easy. The way they assisted me with my caregiving and my wellness from the very start was an absolute experience that I wish anybody and everybody that comes across a situation like this would be able to experience it this way. And I think that is one of the most important things that I'm learning at this moment and that I'm sharing with people around me, other ostomates around me, that it is, the key thing is the advocacy to self-awareness. So you can describe the changes to help educate these professionals that our lives are in their hands. I've been very lucky. The physicians that I have are full of heart. I feel like they have become part of my family. They reassure me that every next step that I take in my journey will be just fine. And that's very important. Never forget that regardless on what's happening on the inside, we still are the beautiful people that we have always been on the outside. Don't ever for a second think that you cannot do what you did before. That is part of the stigma that you have to shake off. You can still do anything and everything that you did once before. I encourage everybody that has a stoma, find the laughter in it. Name it, find something humorous. And that's what I have done. Every once in a while when this thing burps out loud and I'm amongst people, I just say, "Hey, my little friend, he agrees with everything we're talking about." What a laugh. What a laugh we got. My stoma has a tendency to protrude. Being a designer, hands-on, sewing, using fabrics, I've taken advantage of my skill that I carry, and I've created some abdominal binders for myself. My son calls it my mask. So I've created these cool-looking masks. I'm able to take advantage of being a little over the top. At the end of the day, if I can put a smile on another ostomate's face and bring them out of their stigma that they carry, I believe I've done my lesson for the day, and I feel like I've done the best I could ever have done, ever, regardless. They say one door closes, another opens, and when that opens, you take every advantage of it, and you share that with other folks, whatever it may be. It makes other people feel good, and that's what life is about, is giving back the greatness. giving people the hope. So along this great journey, I've jumped into really sharing my story with as many as individuals as I can. I had the grand opportunity of having a story written about myself in the last quarter of 2016 with Hollister. And they said, well, we have something else to offer to you. And I thought, okay. And they said, we want you to write for the Secure Start section quarterly for Hollister. I said, absolutely. So I wrote for Hollister Secure Start for a year, every quarter. I remember telling Hollister, I said, I want to have my web address at the closing part of my column all the time. And they said, well, why? And I said, because I want people to reach out to me. I want people to be able to have the convenience to pick up the phone and call me and ask any question that they may have, regardless if it has to be with fashion or not. If it's just about our disease, if we can allow people to understand that there is support, that's very important. Recently, I had the opportunity to jump in and participate in Ostomy Awareness Day here in Nashville, Tennessee. In 2017, the UOAA had organized the Run for Resilience, which happens in other cities, and they were bringing it to our wonderful city here of Nashville. And part of what I wanted to give back to this event, I thought, I want to bring more awareness of this, of what is happening to not only me, but to other people. And if we can bring this to the public eye, I think it'd be great. Allow people to understand and know that there is help out there, there is support. And I remember doing my research on the possibilities of having a proclamation passed to bring the awareness to our incredible city. I wrote a letter to the state, and I'll be blessed again. We were granted Ostomy Awareness Day here in Nashville, and I thought, wow, what an incredible, cool gift to share with the people that have helped me so much in the last year and a half. My doctors, the institute, my nurses, my family. Not only that, with Ostomy Awareness Day, it was one of the coolest things. I'm here today. I'm blessed for the greatness that has come from this, giving people, a smile, reassuring them that everything will definitely be okay.